Every single day and night, they cross into Chile through one of the most inhospitable environments imaginable. It's well below freezing, at nearly 4,000 meters above sea level, when we find a new group of 10 Venezuelans who've just entered Colchane after 4 days in the Atacama desert.
What's the hardest part? When a child asks you for water or food and you don't have any. When they ask, when will we arrive? And you don't know.
Children vomit, others faint or have convulsions because of altitude sickness, like Gisnail Aguilera. She's a Venezuelan who, like many, has come from neighboring Peru.
There was no work anymore. Money had become worthless, just like in Venezuela. It was a terrible situation we had to live in, but it's for my children. I had to leave my other child behind in Peru with my mother.
Although Chile's border has been closed since March, thousands of undocumented migrants have managed to escape border controls. Captain Cristobal Verdugo offers them a tent to spend the night at the local police station. While the majority of Venezuelans, Peruvians, Ecuadorians, Cubans, and Colombians are also arriving by the thousands, preferring to walk for weeks and take their chances in Chile rather than in the United States. Jair Romero shows us papers indicating he's an internally displaced refugee from Colombia.
I was with my wife when I saw someone who was trying to forcibly recruit me again. I said we have to leave. I just wanted to see if it's true that other governments will help us.
But Chile's government says it has no intention of letting these migrants stay. In the last 3 weeks, some 6,000 undocumented migrants have been vetted for COVID-19, vaccinated, and allowed to stay in Chile, but only temporarily.
We are going to continue carrying out expulsions. We have 20,000 cases ready to be deported, although we are checking case by case should they have extenuating circumstances. But we must discourage irregular migration.
Some of the new arrivals leave for the capital where they have friends or family. Those with neither and no money end up here. But whether they know it or not, all of them will face new hardships in a country that says they don't belong here.
Our Latin America editor Lucia Newman joins us from Antofagasta in northern Chile. So, Lucia, how are so many undocumented migrants getting into Chile when the borders remain closed?
They're doing it by risking their lives. In fact, what you saw there was just one of the illegal how should I say what they call here illegal entrances into Chile, hundreds and hundreds of kilometers along the border with Bolivia. And it is freezing cold. Traffickers very often just leave the people in the middle of the desert and leave them walking for days or weeks. Some of them die along the road. Those who don't, many of them have come to camps like this one in the city of Iquique, because they have nowhere to stay. They've run out of money. These are people that are really desperate. And these camps, like the one you see behind me, is getting bigger and bigger by the day, because the government so far is not giving them any help. But there is some talk of setting up a temporary refugee center. But the big question is what will happen to them eventually once the government decides that they've had enough of them, that they can't take them here any longer, and whether or not they decide to actually send them back to Venezuela and so many other countries where they've come from.
And Lucia, why so many Peruvians now leaving their country, and can Chile cope with this influx?
Well, you know, that is a very interesting question, and it's a new phenomena that we're seeing. I was very surprised to see that so many Peruvians have gone all the way to the country next door, to Bolivia, and come into this country as undocumented migrants. They say that they're fleeing their new government, that the economy has collapsed there. Others say that they're afraid that it will become another Venezuela. Some of the migrants also say that the new government has said that it will be expelling people who don't have papers, and so that's why they've come to Chile. But Peru has or at least had what was a booming economy. That economy is now in dire straits since the government changed just a short while ago. And so we're seeing, as I say, a lot of people coming here saying that they can no longer keep their businesses open and that they're hoping for a chance here in Chile.
Lucia, thanks for that. Lucia Newman live for us there in northern Chile.